$250,000. That's the price tag on Conor McGregor's reputation after being found liable for sexual assault in a Dublin civil court.
Conor McGregor being found guilty after being accused of sexual assault by Nikita Khan in a court in Ireland.
The verdict carries staggering implications for McGregor's career and sends shockwaves through the entire MMA community. In this video, we examine the fallout from the court's decision, exploring how it impacts McGregor's legacy, his public image, and the future in the sport he once dominated. We'll analyze the potential consequences from sponsorship losses to public backlash, and consider how this development might reshape the landscape of professional mixed martial arts. In 2016, Conor McGregor became the first fighter to simultaneously hold titles in 2 weight classes, solidifying his status as MMA's biggest star. His journey from obscurity to global superstardom was meteoric, driven by his undeniable charisma and skill inside the octagon. McGregor's precise striking and sharp tongue quickly made him a fan favorite, setting him apart from his peers. As McGregor's popularity soared, so did the expectations. The pressure to perform both in and out of the cage was immense, yet he seemed to thrive under the spotlight. His brash persona and outrageous predictions only fueled his popularity, with McGregor often accurately forecasting the round and method of his victories.
What you gonna do? Or what? You gonna do something over there? Be careful. Shut your f***ing mouth. I run New York. I run this whole shit. And Mystic Mac predicts I'm gonna KO you inside 1 round.
McGregor's fights consistently shattered pay-per-view records, his ability to generate hype and controversy making him a promoter's dream and a fighter's nightmare. By 2017, he had reached the pinnacle of MMA, but he wasn't content to stop there. In a move that shocked the sports world, McGregor crossed over into boxing for a bout with undefeated champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. Although he lost the fight, McGregor reportedly earned $130 million for the spectacle, further cementing his status as a combat sports icon. As McGregor stood atop the combat sports world, few could have predicted the challenges that lay ahead. His rise had been nothing short of spectacular, but as the old adage goes, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. And for Conor McGregor, the fall was about to begin. On December 9th, 2018, Conor McGregor faced an accusation that would overshadow his fighting career. Nikita Khan claimed McGregor raped her in a Dublin hotel room after a night of heavy drinking and drug use.
Now, according to her own testimony in court, McGregor used his body weight to pin her down, choked her, and eventually sexually assaulted her.
McGregor furiously denied these accusations, maintaining the encounter was consensual and claiming Nikita had sent him suggestive messages beforehand. This conflicting narrative set the stage for a complex legal battle that would have far-reaching consequences for the Irish fighter's legacy. The civil trial revealed a series of contradictory pieces of evidence. CCTV footage showed Nikita appearing to kiss Conor McGregor and his friend after the alleged assault, an action she claimed not to remember. Nikita also admitted to instructing friends and family to delete messages about the incident, citing fear for her life.
Paramedics were called. Nikita told them that she had been attacked. She apparently had a panic attack on the way to the hospital. One paramedic testified that she examined Nikita and saw bruising on her chest and around her neck and down her leg. She had said, quote, she hadn't seen someone so bruised in a long time.
Medical professionals noted injuries consistent with being forcibly held down and had a tampon had to be removed from Nikita's after the alleged assault. McGregor's defense team argued that Nikita's account was inconsistent and fabricated, pointing to the CCTV footage and her deleted messages as evidence of her unreliability. The jury, however, ultimately found the evidence compelling enough to find McGregor liable for sexual assault. While the Director of Public Prosecutions in Ireland decided not to pursue criminal charges, citing insufficient evidence, the incident cast a long shadow over McGregor's career. The civil trial's verdict would shake the foundations of his empire, leaving few able to predict the far-reaching implications this event would have on the future of one of MMA's most polarizing figures. McGregor's escape from criminal charges marked the beginning of a wild period in his career. Between 2018 and 2022, his win-loss record dropped to 1-3, a stark contrast to his earlier dominance. This decline coincided with a series of legal troubles that seemed to follow the Irish fighter like a shadow. From 2019 to 2020, McGregor faced multiple legal issues, including charges of disorderly conduct, a felony robbery case, and allegations of indecent exposure and sexual assault in Corsica. Although some cases were settled out of court or dropped due to insufficient evidence, the cumulative effect on McGregor's reputation was significant. Each incident chipped away at the image of the once unstoppable fighter, turning him from the UFC's golden boy into its biggest liability. As McGregor's legal woes mounted, his performance in the octagon suffered. The fighter who once predicted his victories with uncanny accuracy now struggled to secure wins. UFC officials and fellow fighters expressed growing concern over McGregor's behavior and the negative attention it brought to the sport. The culmination of McGregor's downward spiral came with the civil trial verdict, where he was found liable for sexual assault. This decision not only resulted in financial penalties, but also triggered a complete shift in public perception. Protests erupted in Dublin in support of Nikita Hand, signaling a sea change in how fans viewed their once beloved champion. As the dust settled on the civil trial, the MMA world grappled with a pressing question. Could Conor McGregor's career ever recover from this devastating blow? The fallout from McGregor's civil trial was swift and significant. Tesco, Ireland's largest retailer, led the charge by announcing they would no longer stock products linked to the UFC star. This move signaled a broader shift in brand relationships and public sentiment towards the once beloved fighter. Social media erupted with conflicting reactions, revealing a deeply divided court of public opinion. Loyal fans defended McGregor, questioning the validity of the accusations, while critics saw the verdict as a confirmation of long-held suspicions about his character. The polarized response highlighted the complex dynamics at play in celebrity culture and accountability in sports. Nikita Hand, the woman at the center of the case, delivered a powerful statement that resonated beyond the courtroom, inspired many who had followed the trial closely.
To all the victims of sexual assault, I hope my story is a reminder that no matter how afraid you might be, speak up, you have a voice, and keep on fighting for justice.
Her message of empowerment struck a chord with supporters, emphasizing the importance of standing up against misconduct regardless of the perpetrator's status. McGregor's legal team vowed to appeal the verdict, maintaining his innocence and arguing that the evidence didn't support the jury's decision. As the appeals process loomed, marketing experts began assessing the long-term implications for McGregor's career and marketability. Many suggested that the damage to his brand might be irreparable, with sponsors likely to reconsider their associations with him. The UFC's conspicuous silence on the matter left fans and analysts speculating about McGregor's future in the organization. The ongoing legal issues and public backlash cast doubt on any potential return to the octagon, raising questions about the viability of his career in MMA. As the dust settles, the full impact of this legal battle on one of MMA's biggest names continues to unfold. Can the self-proclaimed notorious ever reclaim his former glory? Or does this verdict mark the end of Conor McGregor as a marketable sports icon? The coming months may provide answers as the ramifications of this case reverberate through the world of combat sports. The McGregor case highlights the significant consequences that actions outside the ring can have for combat sports athletes. It underscores the increasing demand for accountability from sports icons and may prompt organizations like the UFC to implement stricter policies regarding athlete conduct. This verdict could mark a shift in how combat sports handle allegations of misconduct, raising questions about the responsibility of promotions to vet and monitor their stars. For McGregor, once the undisputed king of MMA, the road ahead is uncertain as he faces the challenge of rebuilding his reputation and career. As the MMA world grapples with the implications of this landmark case, it must consider how it will shape the future of combat sports. Will this verdict serve as a catalyst for change in athlete behavior and organizational policies? And what does it mean for the sport's image and integrity moving forward? The answers to these questions will likely unfold in the coming years, potentially reshaping the landscape of professional fighting.